Welcome back, everybody, to the Neighbor Star League down at the Nexon Arena live with Valdez and Moonglade. We just had Rogue getting out of the losers match over Gumiho 2-1. It was quite close. Gumiho was able to take one win with his mech style, but then Rogue really turned on the Jets, and here he finds himself in the final match.
He turns on the Jets, and he's looking a little bit happy now, Valdez. I'm kind of excited for this. I think we're going to see a great final match of the day.
Rogue's going to 2-0 this, no problem. Easy peasy.
Oh, man, I hope so, because he needs to get out over MyuNgSiK. We need him in this tournament, Valdez. We do not need MyuNgSiK, not today.
Although if MyuNgSiK did beat Rogue 2-0 twice, or even just beating him twice, 2-1 would be okay as well. That would be quite impressive, I have to say.
I wouldn't mind a slug match. I wouldn't mind like a long, drawn-out game. We have seen MyuNgSiK can play that macro game that no one thought he could, and he can play it pretty damn well. I mean,
man.
I was pretty impressed by it. He played really well against Rogue in that first match.
I think MyuNgSiK needs to just do the same thing again. If he goes for all-ins, I would not enjoy it. Maybe he takes one win, but it's quite risky. But anyway, here are the map choices and bans. Nimbus and Overgrowth banned by Rogue, and Foxtrot Labs and Merry-Go-Round banned by MyuNgSiK.
Interesting. Interesting getting rid of, what was it, Foxtrot instead of Deadwing this time, perhaps? I'm trying to remember exactly what MyuNgSiK got rid of. But Deadwing, King Sejong Station, and Catalina. Whoa, what a surprise, Valdez. We haven't seen these maps before.
Overgrowth as a ban that's like breaking my mind right now. We haven't seen that in so long.
Well, we did see Rogue lose that game, and maybe that's haunting him now.
Yeah, it makes sense, of course. I'm not saying it doesn't make sense, but I'm just like, what?
Yeah, maybe it's like, well, I've played this map a million times. It's kind of boring. I want to have fun as well as win this game. Deadwing, kind of depends on the positioning, and MyuNgSiK probably would go macro like he has been going on
would
that
not
map.
be surprised to just see Stargate straight up at MyuNgSiK on this map. But regardless, guys, this is the final match of Group C. It is the round of 16 here at the Neighbor Star League. We're jumping into set number 1 on Deadwing. It's going to be Rogue versus MyuNgSiK. The rematch, MyuNgSiK was able to take a 2-0 the first time. Will Rogue get his revenge? Let's jump into game number 1 on Deadwing. Down here in the bottom right, in the red, the Zerg player, it is Rogue.
Has another chance to take down MyuNgSiK. Up here in the top right, it is he.
Best intro ever.
I had to save that, man. I already said his name.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
Ooh, and we're going to see a Forge come down from MyuNgSiK.
Ooh.
Being a little sneaky beaky, looking for a bit of a cannon rush to start things off here.
And I believe in the same exact spots, correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't this where Classic and Rogue were? Where Classic went for that really technical cannon rush and Rogue went for the double proxy hatch in the main base of Classic and was able to win the game.
That is exactly it. And my God, I hope we see that again, Valdez, because that was a fantastic game. We haven't made it. Oh, well, okay. We're not going to do that at all because we're going to see a pool go down because the probe ran into the main base. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry, mate. These things happen for a reason.
Yeah, well.
Because he scouted too early.
MyuNgSiK, you know, with that scout, is actually forcing Rogue to go pool first on a gigantic map. Of course, they are at vertical spawn, so it makes it a bit smaller.
And here's the thing, we're not even going to see a Forge go down for MyuNgSiK. He's simply going to make a Nexus into a later Forge.
Yeah.
So he's going to have a nice little economic advantage build order to start things off.
He's even going to be annoying with this probe and delay that hatch as much as possible.
Would he even put down a pylon is the next question. Dare he? Nope. Too late.
If he wanted to, he was too late.
He had half a second to do it. Down goes that Forge. Obviously still need that Forge in good timing because that was a 15 pool. And you can't get tokens on the map.
You are correct, Moonglade. And the probe's going to stick around. The thief he is with the minerals that he has stolen.
He did steal them. There is no lie to that.
Yeah.
And he will take them home and give them to the Mother Nexus.
Cool little wall you can set up on Deadwing. you guys are still playing on ladder, you can copy this. And third base is going to go down from Rogue. He's also going to send out those Zerglings to scout out the map.
Look for any pylons on the map, any potential cannoning of the third base. And these positions, Valdez, you know what? They can be used in two ways. Each race has their own sort of use for them. For Zerg, for instance, Swarm Host, fantastic to be using in these positions because you can go straight up vertically, and you will get to the enemy base. You will start sieging with your Locust in no time. And when looking from the other way, I mean, Protoss have a great sort of opportunity to do some kind of a timing attack, some kind of rush, because they are going straight down, man. It's not a long rush distance compared to cross map, which is an incredibly long rush distance.
Very true, Moonglade.
As we saw, for instance, with Rogue versus Gumiho, that was cross map. He had to spread creep all across the map, and by the time he got there, we already had Terran on 4-base mech, making that unstoppable army that crushed him in the end.
Yeah, it's really, really scary for Rogue. And the question on my mind, and then the question on a lot of people's minds, I'm sure, is what exactly is MyuNgSiK going to do? Is he going to go into a timing attack, or are we just going to see a Stargate thrown down right away?
Well, I'm thinking Stargate because of the resources.
Yeah, makes sense. Lines up.
Yeah. It does make sense.
And, of course, this doesn't mean that any kind of a 2-base attack is, you know, impossible. We've seen him do it before against Rogue. This is how he won. It wasn't on this map, but he was able to just go kind of 6-gate Oracle all-in type of thing off the 2-base in Pro League. He was able to take a win.
That is true, and it wouldn't be a bad position to do it in. I'm sure still Rogue has that in the back of his mind. Rogue did scout the Stargate already with that Zergling in the front of his natural. So he should have Spore Crawlers up in due time. But you know what? If he went for Phoenix again, more power to him, because he did a lot of work with those Phoenixes in the first match. He actually killed so much and made them so cost efficient, and there we go again. It's going to be Phoenix opening for MyuNgSiK.
Really like it. I really do. One thing that Rogue is doing also very nicely, as we're getting a look here, is his Zergling is scouting literally every corner of the map. And that's really hard to do on Deadwing. This is a really, really big map.
It is a big-ass map, man. But you got to do it. If you want to stop any sort of proxy pylons on the map, you have to scout everywhere. You have to know exactly what's going on. These Overlords even went in and had a big scout as well. We do see Phoenix on the map, and Phoenix are chasing down these Overlords now.
How many gates is MyuNgSiK going to throw down?
Well, 3 so far, so that's kind of like the third base expansion kind of 3 gates that you'd want to add.
But there's 4.
Oh.
The Chrome
with a Robo Valdez
5.
It could be an Immortal all in.
He stopped making Phoenixes too. He's got 3 out on the map.
He's getting his 4th one.
Okay, there
now.
we go. So a bit of a delay.
A War Prism all in.
Okay.
A War Prism Gateway all in. Okay.
And this is so cool because MyuNgSiK actually did the same build with the Phoenixes earlier on today against Rogue, and he was able to win.
Exactly, and look at this. He for 1 second, he kind of scared away his Zergling at the third base with a Sentry and a Probe. That is such a good play from MyuNgSiK, but he's not following up with it. Zergling's kind of running around going like, what's going on? I wonder. And that is such an important scout. And will Rogue second guess that? No, he will not. He is making drones. He is making extractors. This is going all wrong.
Well, he checks again. I mean, he's checking that third base. He's waiting. He's not seeing anything.
He has to make roaches if he wants to survive this. And we are seeing Immortals being made. Huh.
Well, the Zergling's going to see the War Prison.
We should have seen it.
Zergling's going into the main.
3 roaches be made. 1-1. Going to be finished pretty soon as well. If this is actually an Immortal follow-up, I don't think it is, though, because we are seeing that third Nexus go down. He should be alright. I think he'll be okay. I think MyuNgSiK tricked us all, Valdez. But especially me.
Well, he made so many gateways. He may just be backing off of what he wanted to do with the all-in. He delayed that Nexus for so long.
Yeah, maybe, just maybe he was like actually going to go for it, but then he ran over that Zergling. He's like, well, this is ruined. We even see an Immortal trapped behind the Robo up there as well. And that's actually a decent amount of Phoenix. This is actually enough to pretty efficiently pick off like the roaches. And 1-1 is finished for these Zerglings, so it's going to be a potential cancel on the third base.
I don't think that's enough sentries here. No,
wakey,
force field's
wakey.
going down. Okay, there's one.
Full energy sentry just went down.
And now he's trying to go for something here in the main base, but it's not going to happen. Have to pick up there, and this third base is probably going to have to be canceled.
Wow.
Sentry goes down. There it is, cancel.
And yeah, that's 4 sentries in this Warp Prism. And looks like he's going to force field the bottom.
Ooh.
So potential.
Oh, man. All those units are stuck in there right now.
Oh, that is ruthless.
MyuNgSiK doing so much damage, actually. He lost his third base, but he still has a Warp Prism. He's got to save it, though. You got to run away. Okay, there we go.
Going to get out of here.
Oh, he's supply blocked right now.
Oh, yeah, he is.
So he couldn't actually follow up this attack.
Oh, wow. What a mistake.
He's got a Colossus on the way.
Oh, he tries to put them down in the lower ground again, but doesn't get it this time. And these Phoenixes doing so much damage.
Finally, some pylons are about to be made here. So MyuNgSiK kind of struggled with that for a while. That Immortal is still stuck. This Overseer sees everything.
And this is a Colossus back there as well, actually, which could be really helping against these Zerglings that are going to cancel the third base once again. There's nothing to stop this. He can warp in a Zealot, but these are 1-1 Zerglings. They will do very well against Zealots that are 0-0 at the moment.
And they're doing already a ton of damage. They're finally going for that third base. And with the Roach follow-up here, I think it's going to be enough to cancel this. The Colossus is coming in. He's trying desperately to hold this, but the cancel has to come down.
Yeah, it goes down. And so do the pylons once again. 1,000 minerals for MyuNgSiK. He should be warping in. He should be doing something with his money if he wants to secure this third base.
Yeah.
He only needs 400 Valdez to make that Nexus.
And Rogue this time seems like the confident one, whereas MyuNgSiK kind of struggling with his multitasking.
He's falling apart. His macro is just way off. Finally,
yeah, you're actually saying it the real way. I was like, he's not doing that well, and you're just like, no, he's actually sucking a bit here.
I'm a straight-up kind of guy, Valdez.
These probes are trying to save the Immortal.
Like, come on, buddy, get through here. And it's a pretty decent army now. Well, actually, not really. I mean, once these Corruptors come in, they can just pick off this Colossus. But there's a lot of Stalkers.
It's a lot of Corruptors.
It's a lot of 11? Yeah.
It's going to get the Mothership Core.
It's trading pretty well against these Stalker Sentry as well, these Zerglings. And I think we actually might just see a kill move from here because he's going to run out of force fields, and that's simply going to be enough DPS to deal with this many Roachling.
He's making a wall there for the cannon. He's warping in a lot more units now just to fight straight up. Not enough energy here, and the Lynx have gotten through. Those upgrades are really coming into effect right now. +1 from MyuNgSiK, about only 1/3 done.
Oh yeah, and that's +2 Carapace Zerg right now. So it is so hard to kill even the Zerglings at this point. And finally, we're seeing the Immortals enter the battle. It has been long overdue. Trapped behind that robotics facility for far too long.
Look at this. The Colossus drop actually getting some decent damage at the main.
Wow.
Forcing the Corruptors to turn all the way around.
Well, I guess it's simply... Oh, there was actually use. It was covering everything from these Phoenix. But still, if you can get this Colossi Warp Prism, I guess life just gets a little bit easier, right?
Yeah. He's on course to take it out in due time. Although...
he's coming in. Oh, he turns around the last second.
Ooh. You think... I guess he thought that the Warp Prism already went back home or something.
Yeah. Could come back to bite him if we can see MyuNgSiK stabilize. And he isn't doing too bad of a job. We actually are seeing the transition into Swarmers finally, which isn't a bad idea. I mean, look with the creep spread is it's knocking on that third door.
Another drop coming in here, the Colossus drop. Haven't seen this in so long.
And we'll probably never see it again, Valdez. Not against the Zerg like this. But here we go. Rogue going to find his way in once more. Trade with some sentries, with some stalkers.
He lost a lot of his lings, though. Kind of fighting half and half. He needs more force fields, though.
He does. He's got, I think, 1 left, and it's not going to be enough. These Immortals just going to get focused down. And this Colossus is still looking for some. Got 10 kills. Finally dies.
Finally goes down. The Phoenixes come back for the defense. And they are lifting up a bunch of roaches here. He has a lot of gateways still, so he is holding off just barely. The cannon also doing some nice work, protected there. But now a big wave of lings coming in to support those roaches. And again, it's the upgrades. Only +1 here for the Protoss units, where I think it's 2-2 for the Zerg units.
It's 2-1 for the roaches.
Okay.
And 2-2 for the Zerglings.
Okay.
So very impressive upgrade advantage. Something that you don't normally see from a Zerg against a Protoss. Usually it's the other way around.
Yeah, and look at this, 15 mutas coming into effect. He's already got 11 Corruptors to fight in the air if he even needed to, but there's only like 2 Phoenixes, 2 Stalkers, and we see heavy Immortal production against this. MyuNgSiK is just not going to be ready for this.
No way. Not against 23 Mulisks. No way, no how. And yeah, we will see a momentary GG out. Yes, here we go.
Moving out onto the creep is MyuNgSiK.
One last hurrah onto the map, into the fray. Wish I could recite
no.
the
drones.
Oh yes, finally, we're seeing a kind of get out move. MyuNgSiK gonna try his best here. One last time.
Pretty decent surround, and GG.
GG.
Rogue takes the game number 1 on Deadwing. Looking confident, looking happy finally
Happy
for the first time.
Yep.